Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and Merry Christmas, because you are seeing this on Christmas. And yeah, if you cannot already tell by the title, I have big news for you guys. Obviously, how do I even I'm pregnant. And this has been a very big secret I've had to hide from the world, from you guys for a while now, and it has been killing me inside because I feel like I haven't been able to do a very authentic vlogmas, because a lot of what I've been experiencing like that, I haven't really been able to go into detail and really talk about, and there's a lot, but more or less am definitely pregnant, and I have all the tests I took to prove it. I'm gonna be a mom, yay! I'm very excited about it, very excited. So let's just get into this. I feel like I've also been dropping hints in a lot of vlogs. I don't know if anyone's picked up on it. I was kind of trying to just throw it out there without actually throwing it out there, because I knew I was gonna make this video anyway. Couldn't keep my mouth shut. Also have not been taking my focus gummies, and I think that's obviously very obvious, and I think it's very obvious I have not been taking my focus gummies because I've been so out of it the last 2 months, especially at work, especially just life and doing schoolwork, and I've just been over absolutely everything, only because I don't know if it would be harmful to the baby. I just didn't want to necessarily take that chance. I guess let's just get into how I found out, my journey, all of this. Yeah, so there's probably gonna be a lot of edits in this video because I stumble over my words very badly now. I cannot stop burping. That's been one of my pregnancy symptoms. I found out that I was pregnant on October 27th, and I took this test right here, which you probably can't see a line, but I saw a line when that came out of the packaging at the Easy at Home test, and I was in shock. Because the story I'm about to share with you guys, I really was just kind of whatever at this point. But I also think a lot of it, now that I look back, I was just relying and just being very test happy, which I know a lot of women do that. A soon-to-be mother now, I can say don't do that, because you are going to wreck your mental health, and that's kind of what happened to me. That was the day that I found out, and then the day that my husband found out was on Sunday the 29th, and that's when I ended up taking the digital test that said pregnant. Everything kind of went from there. To back up a little bit, originally the OG, we were planning on trying spring of 2020. Obviously that did not happen because I did not feel comfortable bringing a baby and being pregnant during the pandemic, during COVID, all of that. I just didn't want to deal with that. I know there's a lot of mothers out there at that time that were pregnant and had to go through that, and I just didn't want that happening to me. So we decided to wait, and we waited a while. I ended up switching careers, as we know. I've done a lot of things that I'm very proud of, and I felt that now it's finally the time to start trying for a baby. February of 2023, we officially started tried for a couple months. I thought it would instantly happen for me, to be honest, because I have never been, this is a little TMI, but that's what we're here for. I've never been on any hormonal birth control. So I expected it to be very easy for me. I was like, oh, it'll be easy, just like how it was for my mom when she had or got pregnant with me or my sister. No, wasn't the case. However, we were really fully trying, not really, just seeing what happened for a few months, and then by April my mental health was really wrecked, because I thought that it would A, happen really fast, and B, I was very test happy, and C, I think I was just putting a lot of pressure on myself and also on my husband, and that was just not getting us anywhere. By that point, I had decided to actually start taking care of myself, that I just felt so gross and awful, and I was just eating whatever, and you get it. And that's when my 75 hard journey started. If you follow me on Instagram, and I was posting during that, and I loved doing that. I was very proud of myself for completing it, and then continuing to work out and eat better and watch the things I was eating and all that kind of stuff, especially my sugar. My sugar has been a thing for me for a very long time. During the process of that happening, we were still trying, but it wasn't as consistent, and it wasn't as I want to say serious as we had previously. And also my body was changing between doing the workouts and not used to working out that much, and the food I was eating, like my cycle was a little all over the place for a couple months. I really kind of wasn't expecting anything to happen, but I still, you know, had a little bit of hope, but was more so focused on like my health, all that at the time. So that's where we stayed. Slowly as like the summer went on, we just kind of whatever, it was fine. Like I kind of knew I wasn't going to be pregnant because I was focusing on my health and myself, and I felt like that would be I feel like that would be a huge reason as to why, even though we hadn't really tried for that long, a big reason why we didn't get pregnant as quick as we did. But also I just wanted to take care of myself, because maybe that was part of what helped us be more successful, as well as my husband also started to take better care of himself. We were doing that. In the meantime, come September, we decided to start consistently fully trying again. Ladies, if you know, you know, with the ovulation test, with the tracking, with the eating right. But I was also trying to be a little laid back about it this time and just, you know, enjoy me and my husband and our time, you know, if I could say that. Just trying to enjoy us more and not making it feel like such a chore, because I know that when you are trying to have a baby, that is like the one thing that a lot of women have said that is definitely true, is that after a while you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I did not want to get to that point. Obviously, during the month of September, guys that have been here know I lost my grandma the end of the month on the 23rd. That really like changed a lot of things. It still has now, and officially 3 months that she's been gone today that I'm filming this, so ironic. During that time, I really actually thought that time I was pregnant for sure, 1000%. I was like, I'm pregnant. I started to get very faint lines on tests, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually pregnant, this is crazy, holy. But those lines were not progressing at all. Come the time where I'm supposed to get my cycle, day earlier than I'm supposed to get it, I got what I believe to be my period, now I know was a chemical pregnancy, or an early miscarriage if you want to get that technical. And that was really devastating, especially after my grandma passed away. And then to have that happen, I was just done at that point. And I know a lot of people are probably gonna like mention this or say in the comments or thinking this, like, oh my gosh, well, why didn't you weren't even trying that hard, how could you say that, how could you know, whatever. And I don't care. Okay, I don't care. Every woman's journey to getting pregnant, whether that's on their own, through IVF, through IB, I forgot the other one, IUD? No, that's not right. There's another one. I know that there's another one. I just can't figure out the name of it. However way that you're going through your journey is different for everyone. And at that point, I was obviously very devastated from everything that was going on with me. I kind of had sworn off at that point, you know, I don't want this isn't gonna happen for me, it's just never gonna be a thing, like I give up, whatever. Like I was just not okay. You know what, let me just work out, let me take a break from this. It is what it is. Obviously October comes around, we still try anyways, even though I was just like like not totally into it. Really wasn't thinking that I was going to get pregnant that month. Yeah, I was wrong. Clearly I was wrong. What ended up happening there was that after the cycle, the ovulation cycle, whatever, started feeling cramping every single day. And that was different, because I normally would just have cramping like on and off, like a couple days and it would stop, and then a couple days and it would stop, sort of vibe. And it was like every single day. But also during this time, since my mental was not okay, I was just ignoring all of these signs and symptoms of early pregnancy, and I was like, this is not happening, my period's coming, whatever. Also at that time, I believe I was like slightly nauseous, because I know that before I had my miscarriage, I was really nauseous like every single day. It was bad, really, really bad. And that's how I knew I was pregnant too. It wasn't just, you know, my period or whatever, like I was pregnant. And I didn't really have a lot of nausea, but I was a little nauseous here and there, like certain foods. I was just like, I can't deal with this. I just had a really funny feeling too the few days before I found out that I was pregnant, that, oh, maybe I could be pregnant. I don't know. I just was like, oh, maybe it could happen. We'll see. That Thursday comes around, which is the 26th, ironically my sister's birthday. And I decided to take a test, and I thought I saw a line, but there really wasn't anything there. And I was like, okay, I'm not pregnant. I'm gonna get my period in a few days. This is fine. Like, this is just my period. It's my period. Go to work the next day, the 27th, I have the worst lower back pain, like the worst lower back pain that I only experience when I have my period. So that's when I was like, okay, well, let me just see if I have my period. But it was very odd for me. Like I normally don't get back pain till like, I want to say like between the first and second day of my cycle. And then that's it. It felt exactly like that, but I did not have my period. So I was like, this This is not normal. This is not normal. Oh, I just thought of another thing. I tried to work out that week that I found out, and I was just my back hurt so bad. Halfway through my workout, I couldn't finish it, and I was just getting winded so easy. And normally, like, the workouts I was doing, I was, you know, whatever, but I could get through them and it'd be fine and feel the burn and all that. So I had a really hard time working out that week too. I was like, this is weird for me. Whatever, maybe it's just my period's coming. Whatever. Again, in denial. Complete denial. It's fine. So then, as I've mentioned, I took a test when I got home from work that night, and I saw a line, and I knew I was pregnant at that point. And I continued to take tests. Took one that Saturday. The line was a little darker. Took one Sunday. You really can see the line. I'll put a picture of it here. You could really see the line. So that was like extra confirmation that I was pregnant. And I took the digital. Clearly, yes, I was pregnant, and it wasn't my period coming. And told my husband. He was really excited, made the appointment, did all of that. I do have to mention, I did tell my coworkers in my room at work first, because I wanted them to be aware that I was pregnant, because we do have students in there that do tend to have aggressive behaviors. So just for like my safety and safety of baby, I wanted to just let them know that early on. So literally I told them, obviously told my husband first, then my mom, then his mom and aunt, and yeah, told all close friends and family. Official announcement is today for everyone else, for the rest of the world. And I literally I will show you guys a picture right here. I took tests, one every single day for 2 weeks, because I was paranoid. And I even took one of these. I have them. I'm going to get like a baby book or something. I know I had one. I just don't know where it is. Put all these tests in. I took one randomly when I was like 7 or 8 weeks. And I took one, and clearly, yes, we are so very pregnant. And if you guys can see from all these, oh wait, there we go. That's the first test right there. Or the second one, the Friday one. You probably can't even see on this camera, but there was a line there. 2 weeks, I was taking a test every day, because I also wanted to make sure that the line was progressing, since I had already gone through having the miscarriage, and I was just really, honestly, really scared that was going to happen again. And that's basically how I found out I was pregnant, through denial. I also want to just like throw this out there too, because you guys know that I feel like I'm very sensitive to things, and I've talked about this previously. I had I want to say like maybe a few days before, maybe it was that Thursday that I took the first test. And I was like, oh, I'm not pregnant. This is fine. I had a vision of my grandma. Everyone that doesn't believe in this stuff, just leave, because this is me. This is my experience, okay? So I had a vision of my grandma coming towards me, holding a baby in a baby blue blanket. Background behind her, there was people, but I couldn't really see who they were. They just looked like black figures, and everything was like a white aura. And after seeing that, I initially thought that it was my grandma's little brother, that unfortunately when she was little, she had a baby brother that passed away from SIDS. So I initially thought, oh, that's her little brother. But yeah, no, no, that was a sign to me that she was bringing a baby to me. And I think just like what really has been killing me this entire like pregnancy so far is that she's not here to be a great grandma, but she is. If that makes sense. I don't know. If you're someone that believes in that, you know what I mean. I've just felt her around me a lot, and especially like Christmas time. Christmas was always her thing too, so lots of signs of cardinals, lots of everything. And I do really miss her, and I'm trying so hard to not cry, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. That's basically how I found out I was pregnant, and everything that's led up to it. Oh my god, I didn't even tell you guys the most important stuff. Hold on, wait a minute, let me back up. I am due in July, which is exciting. So a little Cancer baby, little water baby. I'm excited. By the time you guys see this, I will be either 12 weeks in a day or 12 weeks in 2 days. I don't know. I have 2 apps, and they're both a day off. I consider the Saturday when I turn the next week. So I am 12 weeks now, and baby is the size of a lime. It has been a crazy experience so far, because I know I've always wanted to be a mom and be pregnant and all this, but I did not know and did not like really fully understand what I was going to be going through. So as far as symptoms go, constipation has been a thing. I am always cold. I'm freezing, like as I'm right now. And I know I'm always cold in my house, as I've said in previous videos, but I'm always cold. My feet are always cold, which really annoys me. Even though I'm wearing not very warm socks right now, they're freezing, so I'm gonna have to wear slippers too. And I'm not someone that likes to wear stuff on my feet. Like, I've just never been that person unless I'm extremely cold, so that's been really different for me. Back pain, I've had the cramping, which I think is just in my mind like, oh, baby's growing. Every time I feel it, baby's growing. Obviously, baby brain has been here nor there, gone. Gone with the wind. The baby brain is just, my brain's gone. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just here. The fatigue though, the fatigue in the beginning of my pregnancy, so awful. I want to say it kicked in when I was 5-6 weeks. So I found out when I was only 4 weeks. Oh my God. I've never been so tired like that in my life, unless I've been hungover, which I haven't been hungover too much in my adult life. High school is different. Or even comparing it to like pulling an all-nighter and staying up all night, which I used to do in like middle school in the summertime. So this tiredness, which is on another level, like I would come home and take a nap and then get up and do things and then go to sleep. Or I would take a nap and get up from the nap and be even more exhausted than I was. And I just didn't have the strength to literally like wash my face, brush my teeth, go take a shower, go get my lunch ready for the next day. Like, I just had no energy for anything. And at work, that made it 10 times harder for certain kids I was working with. And my mental was kind of also suffering from that too. So thankfully that we've figured that out. The fatigue was just absolutely insane. I still am tired, but not as bad. I feel like since I hit maybe 8 weeks that the tiredness has lifted a little bit from me, which has been great. I haven't really been taking that many naps. I will if I'm under a really comfy warm blanket though. Note to self, comfy warm blanket on Sam. She will fall asleep. Also, burping. As I mentioned in the beginning, they say that pregnant women get gassy, which yes is true, but I feel like I burp a lot more than I fart. So that's just me. The burping has just been out of control. It's like these guttural burps at a football game. You know, those guys that are like cheering on their team or whatever, they're drinking beer, they're having pizza and wings, and a guttural burp. That's literally what I could describe it as all the time, random times. And everyone stares at me and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm pregnant. I'm sorry, I'm growing a whole chicken. Chicken. Yes, I've been calling my baby chicken, even though they are not a chicken, clearly. They're a lime this week. That's crazy. Something that big is inside of me. What? I know. As far as cravings, I get asked a lot. In the beginning, it was broccoli with cheese, like literally making a frozen bag of broccoli and putting shredded cheese on it. That's like all I wanted. I also really loved apples with peanut butter. That was another one that I had early on. Burgers. I really love burgers. Like, I really want a burger right now. Like, I really want some McDonald's, and I don't know if my husband is gonna go for that tonight because I really want a burger. Like, really bad. I've been eating out a lot because I've just been wanting burgers. McDonald's fries. Love the French fries. Oh my God, so good. But it's mostly random. I feel like it changes on the daily now. It was straight really bad for, I want to say, up until I hit like 8 weeks. I wanted nothing but my cravings. Like, I don't want anything but these cravings, and you can suck because that's all I want. I did not want anything else. And now I feel like baby is more open to eating other things. That's not necessarily what I'm craving in that moment. Like, I will have, I don't know, like I craved one day like a PB&J, and the next day it's pizza. Pizza's been a big craving too. Toast, cinnamon bread, which I'm definitely gonna have some after this because now I want some. A lot of cinnamon stuff the week of not Christmas, the week of Thanksgiving. Like, it was cinnamon toast crunch, cinnamon waffles, cinnamon French toast sticks, like cinnamon everything. Taco Bell, it was a cheese quesadilla mostly, nacho fries. Now it's more so of a cheesy gordita crunch. Like, buy me 2 of those, I'm good. Like, I love that so much. It's so good. Sprite has been a big one. I really have been loving Sprite, and I've been loving to get like a strawberry kiwi juice and mix it with Sprite, and it low-key tastes like a cocktail, but there's no cocktail. So, little cute mocktail if you pregnant ladies out there want to have something that kind of tastes like it has alcohol in it, but it doesn't have alcohol in it and just like fancy. Definitely recommend that. Baby does not want anything that I was eating previously with a lot of protein. I've been kind of just going with it, trying to eat as healthy as I can. Oh, grapes, Been loving grapes. Oh my gosh, grapes. Oh, but they have to be sweet grapes. They can't be like those like bleh grapes. Like just have to be really sweet grapes. I don't care if they're red or they're green. They got to be sweet, and that's it. I love them. I had a craving for apples for a week. Strawberries, I tried loving on strawberries, but they are just too tart for me. My Dunkin' order has changed as well. I want to mention that. It used to be 2 egg and cheese wraps and a coffee. Now I get a egg and cheese on a croissant with extra cheese. That's also been the other thing, cheese, like extra cheese on my burgers, on a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Like I'm back to eating those again. Mac and cheese, a lot of cheese. I added a whole bag of cheese to chili that I made this week. Low-key regret that now. Delicious at that time. Delicious, and baby was very happy. Covers all of my current cravings, if anything changes, but that's literally been all the cravings that I've been wanting, that I've been having, that baby's been wanting. As far as me goes, I have also noticed that I've been like snappy a little more than I used to be. I just realized this is a little crooked. That's fine. If you guys have been following me for a while, then you know that I used to be a very like snappy person at like people close to me and stuff like that. And I've done a very good job of not being that person anymore. But sometimes with this baby, I really feel that energy, and they're just like, like, and I get really snappy. I don't know if that's necessarily baby or more so just me, probably me, but I like to say that it's also the baby getting snappy, because there's been a lot of moments, especially at work too, with certain people that just don't know when to stop, and I just want to lose my mind. And this baby's like, Mom, say something, and I'm like, I will. Also, as far as me, I want to mention that I don't feel like the same person I was before I got pregnant, and I know that's crazy to say, and I'm only 12 weeks pregnant, but I don't feel like that Sam anymore. Like I feel so different. I have not really been shopping that much, which is crazy for me, but believe me, once we find out the gender, we will be shopping. We will be going crazy. I don't know, my mind has just shifted a lot in a lot of ways, and I just don't feel certain things are as important as they used to be, and I don't really care about things that really bothered me before. They don't bother me now, with like a mindset of like it's not worth it, because it's not. Anything that really matters to me is, you know, my husband and my baby, and obviously my gooby girl, my bunny, close family and friends. That's really all that matters. I really just don't give a rat's about anything else, which also goes into my next thing. I know that I said I was going back to school. I was in school this semester and did great, and A's, did really well. I have since decided, since I got pregnant, to stop. I'm taking another break from school, obviously with good reason, because I want to be a full mother for my child, and I don't want to continue right now. I was going to try to for the rest of my pregnancy, but I just felt like it was just going to be a lot of stress and a lot of, I just didn't want to add to my plate of trying to just keeping myself sane and happy and worry about the baby more than anything. So we are currently on another break from school. I don't know when I'm going back again. That's really all there is to it with that. We are done with school for now. It's funny how you make plans, and they say if when you make plans, God laughs, like literally laughing in my face, like you thought. I think that's everything I wanted to share with you guys about my pregnancy so far. It has been a journey. David and I are both very, very excited, obviously. This has been literally a long time coming, and I'm just so excited to be a mom and to have a baby, go into this new adventure chapter era of my life. I've been feeling, honestly, for like the last couple years, especially around the holidays, that something's missing. Like it just was feeling like I'm not a teenager anymore. Obviously, I'm not like in my early 20s. I'm in my late 20s, or I just turned 30 and I'm in a new era. I don't know, like holidays just felt weird to me. I just felt like just felt empty. I don't know. Like felt like there needed to be a reason for the season, you know, and now I have a reason. As far as a bump, I guess I'll show you. Oh, God. I don't think I really have much of a bump yet, but the girls at Venus say that there definitely is a bump, so try to get where you guys can kind of see right here. I mean, I always have this, but I feel like I'm showing like a little bit. I definitely feel heavy here. Obviously, I do get like some cramping and whatever, but baby's good from the ultrasound. Baby's happy, baby's good. I did do genetic testing as well. I know that's probably a controversial thing to mention. I don't give which also included the gender. So I'm already planning my gender reveal for later this week. So you guys will find out soon with what the baby's gender is too. I'm very excited. I'm very, very set on a boy, but we'll see. We'll see. I will be happy either way. I'm just happy to be able to have a baby. So that's all there is to it. But with that being said, I'm also going to mention quickly, because I know there's a lot of mom shamers out there and moms and Karens that think they know best with their methods and their comments and all this. Let me just make this perfectly clear right now. If you're going to be that person, if you are that person, you feel the need to give unsolicited advice, especially to a pregnant woman or to a soon-to-be mother in general. Also, one of my coworkers, she's like 8 weeks ahead of me. She's also pregnant and has already had some like very rude comments, and I'm not here for it, and that's not okay to do. Stop it. Off. Go away. I'm not dealing with it. If I see any comments on my videos or posts or anything that's unsolicited advice, that's very rude and disrespectful, including pregnancy advice, baby advice, mom advice, or you trying to mom shame me for whatever reason, you can go to, you will be blocked, and I'm not dealing with it. Which also brings me to my last and final thought I think I'm going to mention here now for the future. My baby is not going to be the focal point of my social media, of my channel. The baby is a part of my life. The baby is not my entire life. Capiche? Capiche. I'm only saying that because obviously we've had a lot of family channels on YouTube and now family TikTokers, and I just think it's a little insane, and you really don't know what people are watching your child's photos and videos and stuff that could be taking it and putting it on websites and all this kind of. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You guys will obviously see the baby here and there, but it's not going to be like, oh my God, family channel. Like, no, I'm not about that life. I would like to keep my baby's life as private and happy as possible for them. I want them to just have a happy, normal childhood, and social media, when that time comes, I don't feel comfortable with my child having that until they're an adult, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, yeah. Okay. This is a long video. So with that all being said, I love you guys so much. Hope you have an awesome day and a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Subscribe if you want to see more of me. Like this video if you enjoyed. Turn on bell post notifications so you'll know when I post a new video, which will be soon. Like I said, happy holidays. Hope you guys are having a great Christmas. This was the greatest gift I could ask for. So really anything, I'm just like, I appreciate, but this baby is it. I'm very happy. I'm very blessed. And David's very happy too. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.